Hi everyone, this is Starscorcher. Just a quick tour of the Aegis Reclaimer on the PTU, that's the Public Test Universe. So just for this video I have gone and purchased a whole heap of scrap to fill the Reclaimer up. Let's hope it loads in and we can see what this ship should look like when it's full. Paying particular attention to how the cargo grid works. So typical lift troubles, no indicator for activating the lift. So we'll go to the forward lift and then we'll go back down and hopefully she works. So one person lift on the forward side. This goes up to the cockpit level. As a multi-crew ship, this is a very slow way to board your crew. One can only assume they intend everyone to board from the rear elevator that apparently has a few bugs. So with the Reclaimer, all lifts tend to bug out when being used by more than one person, specifically the outside call button. If someone else has called a lift up to a level like I've just done, if someone coming behind me was to call the lift back down the bottom, the lift would likely break in its current state. As you can see, I'm going straight to the main cargo lift. So the main cargo lift doesn't have any cargo grid, even though it's sort of painted to look like it does, the grid doesn't work. We're going to start by going to salvage processing. This is where the cargo grid is located at the salvage box exits. Alright, so as you can see, the ship has filled up the one box high locations for scrap. This is how you would grid up your initial boxes of stuff you salvage. Seems rather big waste of space, not being able to go at least 3-4 boxes high. And the catwalk here seems to just be another waste of space. It's not really needed. But you know, SIG have put it in anyway. So now we're going to go down one level. This is down to what it's called the salvage hold. So the salvage hold doesn't appear to have any cargo grid either. It looks like it may relate more to this lift mechanism here, which is supposed to go up to the previous floor we were just on. One can only assume that this will have something to do with the cargo munching ability that the Reclaimer will get in a future patch, and it may have boxes along here that get fed up to the other floor, or a way for you to shoot extra boxes down to eventually come to the lift to go down to the cargo floor. Down to the cargo hold now. So down here is where we should find the rest of the purchased boxes to simulate a full ship. With no gridding on the lift, getting them down to here would be a pain in the ass. So we have 3 by 2 by 3. 3 by 3 by 3. So based on the numbers looking at this, it's 180 boxes in this room, which brings the total to about 280 boxes in the ship when technically it is holding 300. I don't know where it's hidden the next 20. This looks like it could be a door to an additional storage area, but there's no areas to open it. And the cargo hold, it does seem like it's a little small. So as we go down out of the ship, let's take a look at what we can see. So the cargo hold is above the claw mechanism. The claw mechanism is what is going to grab Rex, just fling him around. So up past the lift, into the muncher blades. The muncher blades will convert a wreck into, we assume, some kind of scrap boxes. Above all of that, about here is the cargo processing floor. It looks like there could very well be space to provide an airlock or hangar access into the side. So I wonder whether that'll happen. You can see up there is an airlock into the ship, but that airlock comes in on the habitation deck. So the rest of the cargo processing is about mid-ship level down to about here. Right, so it's just above the muncher feed, so that's why the other floor looked like it might be to feed the muncher. As that seems to be lacking though is external access to the cargo hold and the cargo salvage processing floors. Maybe a rear hatch or something might be useful in the future. So that people can easily transfer boxes out of this ship to other vessels. So back up to salvage processing. So as you can see, salvage processing goes up a couple of floors. 100 boxes here, but at only one box high, like I said, it is a very big waste of space. They could make this 3 high, and that would be the 300 boxes for this ship instead of having to have the separate cargo floor at the bottom. They could even potentially introduce then additional storage or features for the ship without too much remodeling. So we're going to go to the catwalk above just to see why it's there. Maybe it looks a bit different. Salvage balcony. So what the salvage balcony is a catwalk that goes around above the salvage floor. Again, comes to the back end of the ship, and from the outside we saw this part before, could very easily be a door in the back of the ship to allow for us to tractor out to another vessel, or for pirates to use when they raid a ship. Very large amount of unused and wasted space in the reclaimer. It could very easily carry so much more cargo, hold so much more as far as the boxes. And if they did get rid of this catwalk, well, just think, you could go potentially 10 boxes high in this room and it would look fantastic, it would be amazing, and this ship would have a lot of profit. Also around the cargo box ejection stations, there is a lot of wasted space there. They could cargo grid a bit more of that. The walkway between the cargo gridded sections has easily space for one more row on each side, so you could have another, easily another 40 boxes on those grids. Instead of it being 100, it could be 140. So, lots of potential improvements for this ship. Back to the habitation deck. And that was just a first lift glitch there. It's probably broken from this point. So these ladders go down to engineering. And it is worth noting that that lift does not come down to engineering at all. Notice this, there is no lift access from engineering. Pretty cool. Engineering gameplay on this ship might be something when it comes out. So moving through habitation, we have here what looks like a lounge, locker space, quarters. This is probably captain's quarters. Bunks. Crew showers. Place is very smoky. So mess hall, you saw this before when I ran through, I just didn't stop to talk about it. Upper docking collar. This is a good spot to board when you want to board one of these. And going back towards the cockpit. So, escape pods. Server housing. This is the drone room when drones come back. And there's 2 seats for controlling the drones. That's the lift back up to the bridge. Stairs up to the turret with 2 size 5 guns on it. Very nice. It has the power core. Down to the underside turret. I miss showing the airlocks. Habitation area, we've got an airlock each side. Showed this from down the bottom before. All in all, not a bad little ship. I had a lot of fun salvaging on the live server. But there is quite a lot of wasted space. This ship needs a big rework to maximise the effectiveness of all the space. Hopefully the developers realise that. Well, at least there is a lift. Sorry, ladder to the cockpit if that first lift breaks. But if the back lift breaks, there is none. View into the muncher. It's pretty cool they've got an animation playing there, but I can't help but wonder if having things like that running when it's not actually munching isn't using up too much server power for all the reclaimers that get spawned. All those animations. Scraping chair 1, scraping chair 2, claw operator chair. Can't do anything now, and of course the pilot chair. Thanks for watching.